Welcome to today's video essay, where we take an in-depth look at one of the most intriguing characters in modern pop culture, Freddy Fazbear. Since his debut in 2014's Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy has transcended his role as a mere video game antagonist to become a cultural icon. But what is it about this animatronic bear that has captured the imaginations of millions? Let's dive into the depths of Freddy Fazbear's character and his influence on contemporary media. Freddy Fazbear was born from the mind of indie game developer Scott Cawthon. Initially, Five Nights at Freddy's was created as a last-ditch effort after Cawthon's previous games received negative feedback for their creepy animatronic-like characters. Ironically, it was this very element that became the cornerstone of Five Nights at Freddy's success. Freddy, as the mascot of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, represents a twisted nostalgia for 1980s and 1990s family entertainment venues like Chuck E. Cheese. However, beneath his jolly exterior lies a sinister presence that preys on the fears of the unknown and the uncanny valley effect. Scott Cawthon's journey to creating Five Nights at Freddy's was fraught with challenges. His earlier games, such as Chipper and Sons Lumber Company, were criticized for their unsettling character designs. Rather than giving up, Cawthon used this criticism as inspiration, channeling it into something uniquely terrifying. The first game in the Five Nights at Freddy's series was developed in just 6 months, a testament to Cawthon's determination and creative vision. The idea of a family-friendly restaurant with animatronic characters is deeply rooted in real-world establishments like Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza Place. These venues, popular in the 80s and 90s, featured animatronic performances that delighted and occasionally unnerved young visitors. Cawthon cleverly subverted this concept, transforming it into a nightmarish scenario where the mascots are not entertainers but threats. Freddy's design went through several iterations before becoming the iconic bear we know today. Initial sketches depicted him as more cartoonish, but Cawthon soon realized that a more lifelike yet slightly off-putting appearance would better serve the game's horror elements. Freddy's brown fur, top hat, and bow tie juxtaposed the friendly mascot image with an underlying sense of menace, setting the tone for the entire series. One of the key reasons for Freddy's impact is his embodiment of the uncanny valley, a concept in robotics and animation where humanoid figures that are almost, but not quite human, elicit feelings of unease and discomfort. Freddy's lifelike appearance, coupled with his mechanical movements and vacant eyes, taps into a primal fear that resonates deeply with audiences. This fear is not just about Freddy being a monstrous figure, but about the unsettling nature of something that should be harmless and friendly becoming a source of terror.
Freddy Fazbear's design is not just about creating an unsettling presence, it also incorporates elements that carry deeper symbolic meanings. Two of the most striking features of Freddy's appearance are his black top hat and bow tie. These accessories might seem like mere stylistic choices at first glance, but they are imbued with cultural and historical significance that enrich Freddy's character and the themes he represents. The top hat has a long and storied history. It first appeared in the late 18th century and quickly became a symbol of status and sophistication. Worn by gentlemen and prominent figures in society, the top hat was associated with wealth, respectability, and authority. By the Victorian era, it had become a staple of formal attire, symbolizing a person's social standing and adherence to cultural norms. Freddy's top hat evokes this historical association with formality and prestige, but in the context of an animatronic bear in a decrepit pizzeria, it takes on a more ironic and unsettling meaning. The top hat, a symbol of class and refinement, contrasts sharply with Freddy's true nature as a malfunctioning and malevolent machine. This juxtaposition creates a sense of dissonance that heightens the horror of Freddy's character. The elegance of the top hat underscores the twisted nostalgia at play, making Freddy a grotesque parody of a once respected figure. The bow tie, like the top hat, has its own rich history. Originating in the 17th century as a means of fastening shirt collars, the bow tie evolved into a fashion statement by the 19th century. It became a symbol of elegance, intellect, and sometimes whimsicality. Bow ties were often associated with formal occasions, adding a touch of sophistication to a gentleman's ensemble. In popular culture, bow ties have been worn by characters who are charming, intellectual, or eccentric, further cementing their association with a refined yet approachable image. Freddy's bow tie, however, is more than just a nod to formality. It serves as a reminder of the animatronic's intended purpose, to entertain and delight children. The bow tie, typically seen as a harmless and even endearing accessory, becomes a symbol of the corrupted innocence that defines Freddy Fazbear's character. By donning a bow tie, Freddy presents himself as a friendly figure, a facade that masks his true sinister nature. This dichotomy between appearance and reality is a core theme in Five Nights at Freddy's, with the bow tie encapsulating this eerie contrast.
Hey there, fellas. Are you tired of society's relentless demands for success, hygiene, and human interaction? Do you find yourself yearning for the sweet embrace of your mom's basement and the flickering glow of your computer screen? Well, get ready to slurp your sorrows away with Hikikomori Slop, the drink designed exclusively for the modern recluse. Our top-secret formula is a masterful blend of ingredients scientifically proven to help you avoid all forms of productive behavior. High-calorie sludge, vitamin D deficiency, and caffeine overdose. Enhanced laziness, social repellent, and gaming fuel. Real testimonials. I used to worry about my future, but now with Hikikomori Slop, I can focus on what really matters. Arguing with strangers online and perfecting my microwave ramen technique. Trevor, aspiring NEET. Hikikomori Slop gave me the confidence to cancel my last 3 job interviews. I now spend my days in a blissful haze of virtual reality and avoidance. Kyle, professional underachiever. Why strive for success when you can revel in mediocrity? Join the thousands of men who've embraced their inner loser with Hikikomori Slop. Because sometimes, giving up is the best decision you can make. Order now and get a free pair of sweatpants. Don't wait. Your destiny of doing nothing awaits. Just call 1-800-SLOP now or visit our website www.hikikomorislop.com. Use promo code FAILURE at checkout for an extra 10% off your first order. Hikikomori Slop, because some dreams are meant to be abandoned.
The use of formal attire on animatronics, particularly in entertainment venues like Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, serves a dual purpose. On one hand, it anthropomorphizes the characters, making them more relatable and engaging for children. On the other hand, the formal attire adds a layer of sophistication and nostalgia, harkening back to a bygone era of entertainment. By dressing the animatronics in top hats and bow ties, the designers create a sense of familiarity and trust, which is crucial for their role as entertainers. However, when these same animatronics become instruments of horror, their formal attire takes on a more sinister significance. The elegance of the top hat and bow tie becomes a grotesque mockery of their original purpose. This transformation highlights the theme of corrupted innocence and the subversion of childhood icons. The formal attire, once meant to endear and amuse, now serves to deepen the unease and horror experienced by the players. Freddy Fazbear's top hat and bow tie symbolize a duality that is central to his character. On one level, they represent the facade of friendliness and respectability that Freddy projects. On another level, they underscore the disturbing reality of his existence as a malfunctioning, malevolent machine. This duality reflects the broader themes of Five Nights at Freddy's, where the familiar and the safe are subverted to create an atmosphere of pervasive dread. The elegance of Freddy's attire also contrasts with the dilapidated, grimy setting of the pizzeria. This stark contrast enhances the sense of decay and corruption that permeates the game. Freddy's sophisticated accessories become relics of a better time, now twisted and degraded, mirroring the fall from grace of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza itself. The top hat and bow tie are not just decorative elements, they are integral to understanding the complex layers of meaning that make Freddy such a compelling and terrifying figure in modern pop culture. The uncanny valley effect is rooted in our cognitive wiring. Human brains are fine-tuned to recognize faces and human-like forms. When something looks almost human but has slight deviations, such as the stiff, jerky movements of animatronics, it creates a sense of unease. Freddy Fazbear, with his oversized eyes and perpetual smile, is the perfect embodiment of this phenomenon. His design plays on our instincts, making him simultaneously familiar and alien. The uncanny valley phenomenon was first identified by roboticist Masahiro Mori in 1970. Mori suggested that as robots become more human-like, they become more appealing, up to a point. When they become too lifelike, they start to elicit feelings of eeriness and revulsion. Freddy Fazbear taps into this unsettling territory perfectly, appearing human enough to be recognizable, but with enough robotic traits to trigger our innate discomfort.
Freddy isn't the first character to exploit the uncanny valley. The concept has been explored in various media, from the lifelike robots in Blade Runner to the unsettling puppets in Goosebumps. However, Freddy's context within a children's entertainment setting makes his impact particularly profound. By placing him in an environment meant to evoke joy and safety, the horror is amplified, creating a stark contrast that heightens the fear. Audiences have reported feeling a deep, instinctual discomfort when confronted with Freddy's gaze, a testament to the character's effective design. Freddy Fazbear also symbolizes the darker side of nostalgia. The 1980s and 1990s were eras marked by a boom in animatronic entertainment and themed restaurants. Freddy represents a corrupted version of this innocent time, where the joy of childhood has been twisted into a nightmarish scenario. This theme is a commentary on how the past, often viewed through rose-tinted glasses, can harbor hidden dangers and traumas. The game's setting, an abandoned, run-down pizzeria, serves as a metaphor for decayed innocence and forgotten joy, with Freddy as its haunting specter. Nostalgia often comes with a sense of longing for a simpler, safer time. By twisting this nostalgia into something terrifying, Five Nights at Freddy's forces players to confront the darker aspects of their past. The game suggests that even the most cherished memories can have hidden shadows, making players question their perceptions of innocence and safety. Freddy Fazbear, along with his animatronic cohorts, represents the deconstruction of childhood icons. Characters that are meant to bring joy and comfort instead become sources of fear and anxiety. This inversion plays on the player's sense of trust and safety, making the horror all the more effective. The once beloved figures of childhood become twisted reflections of their former selves, embodying the idea that innocence can be corrupted. The setting of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is rife with symbolism. The dilapidated, decaying restaurant mirrors the decay of innocence and the passage of time. Once a place of joy and celebration, it is now a haunted relic, filled with the remnants of happier times overshadowed by darkness. The game's environments are meticulously designed to evoke a sense of foreboding, with hidden details and lore that add layers of meaning and enhance the player's immersion. Freddy Fazbear also explores themes of technology and fear. As a mechanical creation, Freddy blurs the line between the natural and the artificial. This raises questions about what it means to be alive and the potential dangers of our technological advancements. Freddy's existence challenges us to reconsider our relationship with machines and the unintended consequences of our creations.
Technology is often seen as a double-edged sword, capable of both enhancing and threatening our lives. Freddy represents this duality. He is a marvel of engineering designed to entertain, but his malfunction and malevolence turn him into a source of terror. This duality reflects societal anxieties about the rapid pace of technological advancement and the unforeseen risks that come with it. The idea of autonomous machines turning against humans is a recurring theme in science fiction. Freddy Fazbear embodies this fear, as his actions are driven by an unknown, possibly malevolent intelligence. This raises questions about the ethical implications of creating machines with autonomous capabilities and the potential consequences if they go beyond our control. Freddy's behavior challenges the boundaries of what it means to be a machine and hints at the existential threat posed by advanced AI. In the realm of horror, Freddy Fazbear stands out as a unique antagonist. Unlike traditional horror villains who are often human or supernatural entities, Freddy is a mechanical creation, devoid of life yet imbued with malevolent intent. This blurs the line between the natural and the artificial, raising questions about what it means to be alive and the potential dangers of our technological advancements. Freddy Fazbear's introduction marked a significant evolution in the horror genre. Traditionally, horror games relied heavily on gore and jump scares. Five Nights at Freddy's shifted the focus to psychological terror, creating an atmosphere of dread through its setting, story, and characters. Freddy's silent, looming presence and the anticipation of his attack create a sense of helplessness and fear that is more profound than overt violence. Five Nights at Freddy's masterfully employs psychological horror, using minimalistic gameplay to build tension and suspense. The game's premise, monitoring security cameras to track the animatronics, creates a constant sense of vulnerability and paranoia. Freddy's slow, deliberate movements and the eerie ambient sounds heighten the player's anxiety, making every moment a nerve-wracking experience. One of the most effective elements of Freddy's horror is the ambiguity surrounding his character.
The game provides just enough information to intrigue and terrify, but leaves much to the player's imagination. This ambiguity allows players to project their own fears onto Freddy, making him a more personal and terrifying antagonist. The lack of clear answers about Freddy's origins and motives adds to the overall sense of unease and mystery.
Hey there, book lovers, or should I say, book haters. Are you tired of all those pesky books taking up space on your shelves, spreading unwanted ideas, or just plain boring you to tears? Well, have I got the solution for you. Today's episode is brought to you by Inaudible, the revolutionary new blowtorch specifically designed to help you ban books with ease. That's right, Inaudible isn't just any blowtorch. It's a powerful tool built with the book banner in mind. Whether you're a concerned parent, an overzealous librarian, or just someone who wants to rid the world of unwanted literature, Inaudible has got you covered. Inaudible features state-of-the-art technology to ensure those controversial pages go up in smoke faster than you can say censorship. Its ergonomic design makes it easy to handle, and with adjustable flame settings, you can go from a gentle sing to a full-blown inferno in seconds. But that's not all. When you order your Inaudible blowtorch today, you'll get our exclusive Quick Ignite Starter Pack, complete with a handy guide on which books to target first. It's the ultimate companion for your book banning needs. So why wait? Take control of your library, your classroom, or your community's literary landscape with Inaudible. Remember, with Inaudible, the power to ban is in your hands. Visit inaudible.com today and use promo code BURNBOOKS for 10% off your first purchase. That's inaudible.com, promo code BURNBOOKS. Inaudible, because some books are just better off unheard. Now, back to our show. Freddy Fazbear's influence extends far beyond the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. He has become a staple in internet culture, inspiring countless fan theories, fan art, and YouTube videos. The character has also influenced a new wave of horror games that focus on atmosphere and psychological terror rather than gore and violence. Freddy's presence in pop culture has opened the door for indie developers to explore unconventional horror themes, proving that even the most unlikely of characters can become icons. Freddy Fazbear quickly became an internet sensation, with the Five Nights at Freddy's community creating a vast array of content centered around him. From Let's Play videos to detailed fan theories, Freddy's presence online is immense. The game's lore, filled with cryptic clues and hidden messages, has spurred endless speculation and discussion, keeping the character and his story alive in the public's imagination. The complex and often cryptic lore of Five Nights at Freddy's has led to a multitude of fan theories attempting to piece together the story behind Freddy and the other animatronics. This active engagement has fostered a dedicated community that continuously delves into the game's mysteries. Theories about the origins of Freddy, the identities of the children he represents, and the nature of the pizzeria's dark past have become a major part of the franchise's appeal. The fan community has produced an incredible array of creative works inspired by Freddy Fazbear. From fan art and animations to original songs and cosplay, Freddy's influence extends across various forms of media. These fan contributions not only celebrate the character, but also expand upon the game's universe, adding new dimensions to Freddy's legacy. Freddy's success has paved the way for other indie horror games to explore similar themes and mechanics. Games like Bendy and the Ink Machine, Hello Neighbor, and Poppy Playtime draw inspiration from Five Nights at Freddy's, focusing on atmosphere, story, and psychological horror. Freddy's impact on the indie game scene demonstrates the potential for unconventional characters and settings to resonate with audiences. Five Nights at Freddy's challenged conventional notions of what makes a successful horror game. Its minimalist approach, reliance on suspense, and unique premise proved that indie developers could create compelling and commercially successful games without the resources of major studios. Freddy Fazbear's enduring popularity underscores the importance of innovation and creativity in the gaming industry.
Freddy's influence has also contributed to a broader acceptance of diverse horror experiences. The success of Five Nights at Freddy's showed that horror doesn't always need to rely on traditional tropes like zombies, ghosts, or serial killers. Instead, it can find terror in unexpected places, like a rundown pizzeria with malfunctioning animatronics. This has encouraged developers to experiment with new ideas and push the boundaries of the genre. Freddy Fazbear is more than just a video game character. He is a symbol of the complex interplay between nostalgia, fear, and technology. His rise to fame highlights the power of indie gaming to shape pop culture and the enduring appeal of horror that taps into our deepest, most primal fears. As we continue to navigate an increasingly digital world, characters like Freddy Fazbear remind us of the thin line between comfort and terror, and how easily one can slip into the other. Freddy's journey from a simple animatronic bear to a cultural icon is a testament to the power of storytelling and the impact of well-crafted horror. His presence in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has left an indelible mark on the gaming industry and pop culture as a whole. Freddy's legacy will continue to influence future generations of gamers and creators, inspiring them to explore new frontiers in horror and beyond. As the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise continues to evolve, Freddy Fazbear's role will undoubtedly expand and transform. New games, books, and even a planned movie adaptation promise to further explore his character and the dark world he inhabits. Freddy's enduring appeal ensures that he will remain a significant figure in the landscape of horror for years to come. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the enigmatic world of Freddy Fazbear. If you enjoyed this video essay, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the fascinating characters that shape our cultural landscape. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on Freddy and what other characters you'd like us to overanalyze next. Freddy Fazbear's story is a reminder of the power of creativity and the ways in which seemingly simple ideas can resonate deeply with audiences. His character invites us to look beyond the surface and consider the hidden layers of meaning that make horror such a compelling genre. As we continue to explore the ever-expanding world of Five Nights at Freddy's, one thing is certain: Freddy Fazbear will continue to haunt our dreams and fuel our imaginations for years to come.